Good morning, Jamie here, and thought we'd start out in the greenhouse. So a few changes, as you can see. We started digging, we're down a pretty good ways now. And we're gonna do this we're gonna try to go 8 feet down. We'll see where the caliche level, I've already hit one level, busted through. Wasn't a very thick level, so that one worked out. But as you can tell, most of the plants got moved out except for some of the house plants and things that are going to stay in. New things we added. This is dandelion, and no, excuse me, this is 4-leaf clover, red clover, and this is dandelion, two different kinds. This is going to be chicory, and then the moringas are still going. Everything here, sweet potatoes. Still producing a lot of slips. I mean, I got a feeling I'll be planting sweet potatoes all summer. The salad bar starting to bolt. So it's kind of laid off, but that's what this is, succession planting. We have some more lettuce here, and then spinach, and our radishes. I've already pulled a few. Like I said, the moringas are doing good. Get them in here. And I've got 3 more here that I gotta get potted. And these are papayas. And they're going. Here's one that's not in the greenhouse, or the little green effects. And I want to say that's one of our dandelions that came up. But that's the greenhouse and what we're doing here. Oh, this guy is just producing and producing and producing shoots, and I can't wait to see it bloom. And the babies that we got doing well. And cannabis is doing well. Out here, I don't know what to say. We're doing pretty good. I do have some that are doing this as they adjust, but they're staying green and they're reproducing. The yams are coming up pretty good. Now this one particular one, something likes eating on it, but it's producing more leaves, so I'm not worried about it. And that's a sweet potato. That's a yam. And that's a couple more yams. So I think our yams are going to turn over the fence pretty soon. We got okra in here, and some more okra, a sweet potato, sweet potato, sweet potato, squash, our squash. I planted 2 turnips here. Just going to try to get something in the ground. I'm not too sure they'll produce. I harvested the potatoes. Wasn't that great, but I just did it so I can get this box out of my way. Squash is looking really good. And the flowers. And the zucchini. Excuse me. Get the zucchini flowers on them. Now, you see this wilting? It's been watered. It's the heat. I figured this out. I kept thinking my plants were going to die on me. But I did a stress test. And I didn't water for 2 days. Everything stayed green. Now, they droop like this when the sun hits them. I'm kind of new to growing vegetables, so I'm surprised about this. But when the sun hits them, they droop. In the evening time, they come back, they look like that. And these are starting to droop. Oh my God, this tomato's just producing. And the basil's doing good. Our beans are coming up real good. Get some pretty decent sized beans. Decent sized okra coming up. I planted some more okra and it's coming up now. This is cactuses. They're going to do well regardless. Watermelon. this is kind of cool. We were at the trash dump. I was helping a friend take a bunch of scrap to the trash dump, and there was a bucket of aloe and just yard trash. I picked it up. I need stuff like that. That's primo stuff. This bed's doing well. Even the corn curls up. And at night it opens nice and wide. I think it's to protect it from the sun. I mean, pretty warm here. To say just to be polite about it. But our ginger doing well. You get another sweet potato in there. The fig, I started protecting it. Now the pomegranate right there is just loving this thing, this place. So let's go this way so you can see the key line. Some of the scrap I was helping my friend get rid of. So I'm all the way across now, you can see, and I've got it where it's coming slightly downhill, not enough to flow, but to keep moving this direction, pulling up here, and here I'm, as you can see, I'm in massive caliche. This one's taken a while. For those who don't know what caliche is a layer of soil. There we go, a layer of soil. And what it is prehistoric soil. There's no value to it. It's hard as a rock. There we go. And it's literally like concrete. You can't soak it to soften it, to mold it. You can't do nothing. It's filler dirt, but oh well. It is what it is. I've got it, I gotta deal with it. So, as you can see, we're getting past the caliche level. This one only seems to be about 1 inch, maybe 2 inches deep. Now I've got some levels over here on the back side that I've gone through that are like, I don't know, 4 inches deep. But once you get under it, it's nice. So I'll try to give you a view from over here. See caliche there too. So it goes all the way across, and then finally to that. And I'll have that one done this week, and then I'll start the second level coming across. And it's just in time. I want to show you something else while I'm here. You can see the trail because we've discovered a honey hole. We're going to do some planting down here. But I want you to look at this. That's dirt. That is primo soil. Right here. And it's everywhere in this whole thing. So I'm gonna kind of do the Aztec, build this up and do maybe try to do like a semi-floating garden. Have you seen that crystal? Do like a floating garden kind of thing. I'm gonna take the wood and pile it up around the edges, fill it up a little bit. This is where I keep calling it a wash. It's a creek. According to the United States government, this is a creek. I forget the creek name, but it's called a seasonal creek. It flows here, but when it hits here, you can see it's got its natural like reveal bowls being formed. Now this is just thick all the way around. So I'm going to kind of direct a little water in here, and I'm going to plant this. Let me show you the caliche of this. So that's with the key line. We'll go over here because we've done one more thing this week. We're kind of getting pushed. well, feeling a little time constrained at this point because officially I think we're about 11 days away from the beginning of monsoon season. Practical, I think we're about a month and a half away from our first rain. So, this is the one you've seen. This is where I did the Zaya bowls in here. Now, the problem I have is I was looking at the way the terrain is, and again, I'll go through. You can see where the water moves. I mean, you can see it by the rocks and how they move. But my water came through, kind of went that way, and then dropped down into a creek. So what I got, my idea is, I'll catch it, have it go down, fill up, and then start overflowing into these bowls. Now I have another pit, because what's cool is not only, but this is uphill. So even when it gets up here, it should come down to about right here and fill up. Then we'll catch it again right in here. We'll let it come this way, overflow. And I asked Dana to clean out a pit, and I came back yesterday afternoon. I started paying attention. The next thing I know, she's down. So that's one. Now, in the very, very beginning, the first thing we ever did out here was put this well in. Swell berm, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. At this point, it's too much. Insert fancy name. It's kind of what it is. But we built this up, and it held a lot of water. There was a short on it, or a video on it. We held all the water that came off that hill for a brief moment. Now, monsoon season, we have no hopes of holding all the water, because it comes from up there, all the way down. You can see the creek bed comes from here, right here, all the way down, and it comes from over here all the way down. So this is going to fill up. It should overflow right here and go down, and this is what I've been working on. So once it overflows, and again, you can see the creek bed, I'm going to have this down a little bit further. It's going to pull up here. My main spillway is going to go this direction with a partial spillway to make sure I get this Zaya bowl right over here. But I'm going to do kind of like a step well thing where it comes down, steps, fills up. This is the normal creek bed level. So we're about 2 feet down, and then it's going to hit this bowl, which I've just started digging. I'm going to try to go down as far as I can. I built up the dam here, so it's going to stop it from going on this main creek. And then the overflow is going to come this direction and get caught in this big bowl here. Now, this is our normal creek bed on monsoon. As you can see, I've got a 3-way joint here from up there, and right in the center. You can tell just by the way it looks, the sand, everything, this moves a lot of water. So hopefully we've cut off this section all the way over to this section, water flow, and directing it where we want it. With any help, we shall see. Worst case scenario, we slow down a lot of water. There is no failure in this. Just degrees of success, I guess. But our final spot is, once everything comes down, this is going to be the last catchment we put in until we actually see how the water goes. I'm hoping that I hadn't overbuild this and stop the water from even reaching down here. And if I did, wonderful. I'll have to divert it from over here to over here just to keep it from going off my land. I was thinking about putting one more right in here, in this big circle here, as a one ditch, last ditch effort. Just depends on how much time before it rains. But other than that, everything's going good. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. Hope you have a great week. Be good to one another, love one another, try to help as much as possible. Love you guys. Bye.